Hi, today I want to give you a quick update on how my shopping ban experiment has been going. So, I started this experiment in December 2019 and I meant it to be a disruption to my usual shopping habits. And in the meantime, since December, we of course got another much bigger disruption, which has turned my shopping ban into something like the new normal. But I'll talk about that in a minute. So, if you want to find out more about this shopping ban that I do and what it is and why I set out to do this, then definitely check out my first video on the topic or read my blog post, which I'll link below. And in a nutshell, this is about me not shopping for art supplies and other non relevant stuff for a year. So, by non relevant, I mean non essential. So, of course, art supplies are relevant for me. I'm an illustrator, this is my business. But I wanted to try and be a little bit more self sustaining for an entire year. So I meant to do this update in February or March, and then suddenly we had a pandemic and we had a lockdown situation, and I didn't exactly have the time, or I just didn't really feel talking about this topic. It was really far, far away. And I will talk about my shopping ban experiment before all of this happened for a minute, and then I'll talk about how things have changed now that we are in this unusual situation. So, for the first 3 months, I have to say it wasn't too difficult to avoid buying art supplies since I have a lot of them. And I even got rid of some of them. So, I sold art supplies and I used up what I had left. And this really felt good to me and more efficient and more cost saving. And I simply kept what I use most and what I know I will need in the future. I had accumulated a lot of things, a lot of supplies that I wanted to try out over the years, or some of them were given to me. And by now I have a pretty good idea about what I'm using, what I use regularly, and that's essentially the basics for me are a few colors of ink in classic colors, the typical paints that I use, watercolor, gouache, a few pens, brushes, pencils, and a few other basic things that I have around, of course, paper and stuff like that. And I still have a lot of supplies. So I decluttered a lot, especially books and art supplies. So I sold a lot of this stuff and also got rid of some personal things like old diaries that I still had. And I have to say this was a really good thing for me to do. And then the pandemic happened, and I immediately stopped all of my decluttering activities. I stopped selling stuff over the internet. I stopped bringing stuff to the post office because, it just didn't seem like the best plan anymore. And at the end of March, I also had to order some new paint because I was running low on a few of my supplies. I had planned this in before I started my experiment as things that I'm allowed to buy, since I obviously need paint to run my business, to do these videos for you. And I have to say, that was the moment when I gave in a little to this sort of hoarding panic that almost every one of us, or at least that I felt during the first few weeks of this situation. I definitely bought more than what I felt I needed at the moment, and I sort of felt I need to stock up just in case if I can't get any more, if they're sold out. So I bought paper. Of course, I had paper and I will have paper for over 2 years, but I stocked up on it. And so, yeah, this is fine. I'm okay with it, but I thought it was an interesting psychological effect. I was hoarding watercolor paper, other people are hoarding toilet paper. So now not only my kitchen is well stocked up, but also my art supply drawers. And to be honest, since this entire pandemic started, I'm not thinking a lot about shopping or buying anything out of the ordinary. So I haven't had a difficult time keeping to the rules of my shopping ban. I find buying groceries once a week stressful enough, I have to say, And I'm relieved when I'm home again. I'm relieved when I don't have to open the door for the post guy. So I'm just happy when I can be home again with the basic things that I need to survive. And apart from a few things like, I don't know, gardening supplies, seeds for my garden, or something to help me with kneading my bread, I don't even have any wishes. I don't have any ideas for what I should buy. And that's essentially it. As I said, the shopping ban experiment is not really a challenge for me right now. It's more like the new normal. And yeah, I know it's a really weird situation and we don't have normal right now. None of us. At least I don't have. To be honest, I would be totally okay with ending the experiment before the year's up. But right now it's working, everything is fine, and I don't see a reason to change a lot in my habits. I don't need to buy new stuff right now. I definitely came a lot closer to some of my own fears and thoughts by sticking to this. So for me, it was a good way to keep my head clear and remember what's helpful and important for me right now. So even though I've stocked up on my groceries to be prepared, and I've also stocked up on my art supplies a little bit, I still don't feel the need to buy all kind of emergency things or stuff to keep me busy. So I'm really thankful for my library card right now and for my community gardening project, which is happening despite the pandemic. So these are the things that keep me active, that keep me busy. Also painting and sketching is a really great thing to spend my time right now. I'm also thinking a lot about social media these days and what role it plays during this pandemic, and maybe I'll do another update on social media again soon, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe there'll be another video. So actually, I'd love to hear how you are doing right now. How have your shopping habits changed over the last 2 months? How are you getting through this crisis? Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, share your thoughts. Maybe we can exchange a few experiences and feel less alone that way. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you are all holding up well out there. I hope you're safe. I hope you're staying healthy. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.